Rasmus, and welcome to Walk in the Park.
Hey, thanks. Thanks a lot for having me.
Amazing to meet you here at Techarena in Stockholm. How has it been for you?
Yeah, pretty cool. First time here.
Awesome. In Walk in the Park podcast, we usually invite startup founders to get to know about their journey while we are walking. And I'm looking forward to get to know you better. So today we will be walking not outside as we usually do, but inside the arena. Let's see how that works. Let's walk.
Perfect. Okay,
so my first question to you is actually, do you have a walk and talk habit in your life? Do you like walk and talks? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like to talk, so it's.
Do you do that often in a work setting?
Yeah. I'm always like doing it.
So why is it cool? You're thinking like brain is thinking differently, or why is that?
Yeah, I think when you're like active, you get like different kind of thoughts and ideas. If you compare, you just like laying on the bed and like it's not cool. Staying active is better.
Tell us more about yourself. So who are you? What do you do?
I'm Rasmus Hauta-Aho, CEO and founder of Vandall, artist, music producer, record label A&R, and just like have really many jackets and hats for different roles in the music industry.
And now a sound tech company founder as well, right?
Yeah, so what we are doing is like...
Tell us about your company.
Yeah, so we are like creating this platform for music creators and music companies to streamline their collaboration, data and agreement management for the creators and companies to make everyone's life nicer.
Awesome. Yeah. So you started soon 2 years ago, around that?
Yeah, a bit over a few years ago. Yeah. I did get stuck in Jamaica and I did get lots of good ideas from there.
Yeah, let's follow up on that, because that was my next question. How did you get the idea of starting that kind of business? So it happened in Jamaica?
Yeah, it happened in Jamaica. I was like previously working in A&R consulting Sony Music in Finland, and before even in Finland I did figure it out that there's like lots of like issues with how the data and agreements and all that stuff is handled, and everything is kind of all over the place. When I did end up in Jamaica, I did start to work more in the global scene, producing like artists like Dexter Daps and all these names, and I did understand like all the split sheet and all the stuff what is going on. There's like no easy way to do it. I'm sensitive artist and creator, and I don't want to deal with the business side and all that kind of like thoughts. So from there I did understand there's like huge need for the stuff and how the music industry is moving more global, that there is like huge need for it. And then I did start to spar with people about the idea, and pieces start to go together, and like now we are here.
Awesome. So what you've been doing in Jamaica, or tell us about that story. So where do you live?
Yeah, so I did get stuck there, and then I didn't know anybody from there, but I did get know this big Jamaican artist Pampute. Her friend was living next apartment to me, and one night in the pool she was just there hanging out with the friends, and I was like doing some music production stuff, and then she came talk to me and like, yo, you know who I am? And like, Ray. And I was playing some beats. She was singing some of her songs, and like we did come friends, and then we did like meet up everybody. And like Pampute has been working now with Nicki Minaj, and she has been touring with her. And then I did get know people like weird way, and then I did get know my band friend Esko, who is like legendary Jamaican producer and songwriter and artist. And it's just like when you go to Jamaica, things are just happening, and like...
Is it something, what is magical with Jamaica?
Everything. It's just like vibes. Everything is like, it's just full of vibes, and people are nice, and you can go whichever corner and have great vibes with people and talk about whatever. That's like the best thing there. Yeah, it's kind of like Silicon Valley for music. It's like you can just go there, parties, and there you are like, okay, Diplo is there, Dua Lipa is there, there's like Damian Marley, and like everybody are just like there.
How did you actually ended up in Jamaica? How did that happen?
So I used to play bass in the reggae band, and like I'm from musical background family, so reggae was the thing. Of course, when you're playing bass, reggae is the only right option, or funk, but I did have the love for reggae and dancehall, and from there the situation was right, and I was able to go there.
And then you stayed?
Yeah, and the COVID it came, I get kind of stuck there, but it's like I couldn't get out of there, but like I wasn't so motivated.
It actually changed your life, right?
Yeah,
You become an entrepreneur.
Yeah, definitely it did change the life, and then I decided to start studio in Kingston, and the idea was like offer cheapest workspace for local producers and creators and doing all kind of like cool things. And yeah, basically all the biggest bands and producers and artists was stuck there, so whole like Chronix band and Coffee's band and Raging Fire and all these like talented musicians was hanging out there and like all the time, and yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
So since you mentioned your background and your family, you have a music. What was your first introduction into music? What you started to do before your...
I first played violin. That fits for me perfectly, of course. And then I was just like playing a while that, and then getting like into piano, and then it came cello and double bass and regular bass, and that's
wow, that's a lot of instruments.
Yeah, just like give me whatever, I will get sound out of it and like do something cool with it. So that
music for you was love from the first sight, or?
Yeah, definitely, and that's kind of that's the thing, just like being crazy and creative, and then I did realize that like startup stuff is the same thing. It's just like you just need to come up with something what doesn't exist, and then things work out, and that's what I like love there, is like solving like real issues and like being creative and like having the vision, and that has been like huge change, and we have like accomplished like great things on like short time of period. So
any other similarities or differences you see between music and creative industries and the startup industry?
Yeah, kind of, but like nothing at all, because like music industry is just like weird place. All the creators are really sensitive people, introverts, and they doesn't want to even like do anything with the business side many times, and they're just like hanging out in basement, even the big players many times, and the startup is like more about like being like active and extrovert and doing these kind of things. But it has been like teach me a lot of the music industry when I've been understanding the other side as well. But of course my background has been as an A&R consultant, but it's still more I'm working closely with the artists and stuff, so you need to have that kind of like human touch for the thing.
Did you learn it on your way, or did you always have it with you as one of your personal qualities?
Yeah, I think I'm like socially talented, and that's the reason why I'm getting like cool people with me. And
yes, that was my next question. Yeah. How did you manage to get that cool names on the investor side?
Yeah, again, more you fuck around, you find out, and that's kind of like you just go different places and having good time and being real with the people. And of course I've been doing like hard work, and our team has been doing like hard work, and basically combining all these things together is the way how we have been getting here.
So being real and hard work, that's the recipe.
Yeah, I think at least for me, probably it doesn't work for everybody if you don't have like good things going on. But like we're solving like real life problems with like real people, and then you need to be real.
Since you have this creative soul in you and enjoy that part, how was that for you to become a CEO of a company and actually structuring, building business? Is it something you enjoy as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's like big part of the road. And what I did kind of like learn in Jamaica, it was kind of like people treated me kind of like as a leader, because I was running the studio, and basically my road as a CEO, it started like kind of like there, and it continued with Vandall. But also like the human touch with the leading is like important, and so you're able to get best out of the people, and they are like motivated, and I think that's like really big part of it. So you ain't just like telling people like, hey, do this and that, and I'm the great leader, and like check my vision, and it's just like we are building stuff together, and like I've been building the team. It's like taking people who are not always the most like me, but like they are so good in some areas but I don't get it, and they are always like pushing me to be better. So I think always like when you are growing, it's kind of like you need to have this pain and like that, and you just need to be able to manage all that stuff. And
how do you do that? Do you have any tools you're using or any routines on that?
I don't know, I just like it. There's like I don't think there's like any secret about it, but I like to travel, I like to go, and I think it's just like interesting, and my goal into life is be just like better person each day and learn new things, and that's mostly the biggest thing what is driving me forward.
What kind of culture are you building? What is important for you?
Yeah, I think like predictability, transparency, trust, and communication is key thing. It's like be straight and always if there's something what can be better, tell about it and work step by step on the better future. Remember that everybody who are on your team are your own team and you have like the common mission what you are like going to achieve.
How do you do that with telling like how to be better? Like how do you build a culture of feedback that it's kind of empowering?
I think it's just like creating right kind of like structure with the people you are working on, and you need to like see different kind of people and like have the social skills to understand like that people have different talents, and that's kind of like the case that everybody have their own like things where they are lacking and where they are strong. So building the culture based on those factors, and somebody needs to have like more some freedoms and somebody needs to have like harder push, and it's like understanding those things, how you can get best out of people and like keep them motivated. Also like having the work-life balance in that way that they don't like burn out, because that's also like important thing when you are like running a startup.
So how do you do that whole thing since you are traveling a lot and the company is based in Tallinn, right?
Yeah.
And the teammates, where are they?
Yeah, so part of the team is like in Barcelona and Finland and
so it's
Estonia.
Pretty remote.
Yeah, remote mostly, and we are coming together like a few times per quarter.
Is it challenging to not see each other every day, or you think this is natural in these days?
Yeah, of course, it's like when you share a room, you share a vibe, and you can get like more energy out of it. But you need to just be able to create the vibe, even you are like far away from each other. But what I've been like learning that having these like get-togethers and this is they are like kind of like bringing the focus together, and then it's good that everybody are like focusing for the work and the mission what they are doing. So I think that's like something what I understand there. But also like what more forward we are going is like things change all the time when we are like growing and doing things. So.
And you like it? You like this unpredictable, changing environment?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I think I'm more fine with it than most of people, and like I can manage whatever, but other people can't. But that's kind of like my job, is see the glass and be comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah.
What about the mission? You mentioned now several times about how mission is important for the company. So what's the big mission?
Yeah, so what we are doing is basically whole music industry has been like stuck in the past like long time. So whole mission is bring everything in 20th century, so we can do like things in the right way, and yeah, it's same thing like what has happened with the Foodora or these other companies, that things are more centralized and user friendly, and it's just like having more focus for the actual people who are doing the thing, and so everybody can get best out of the work what they are doing. And
what about your personal routines? You have busy days, you have a lot to do, you take care of people, you build the mission, you build this whole culture and the company. And
yeah, so usually
about yourself?
Yeah, so usually before like morning meeting I'm doing like gym, and then I go cold plunge or like icy water if I have like chance to go, and sauna if I'm in like Nordics. But it's just like, yeah, you need to keep moving and being active. And
so what gives you energy? Sauna?
Yeah, I love the cold plunge and like swimming in the frozen lake. That's the thing, or ocean. But there's kind of key is like be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's like where you can get the shock, then you are appreciating the life and the basic things what you have good.
Your background as an artist and also working in a big companies like Sony, Universal Music, any learnings from that period which you bring with you now into building a startup?
Yeah, I think everything is like, life is like journey, and like I try to learn everything all the time, and all the mistakes, and they are just like part of the learning. So I think I've been doing lots of like wrong decisions in my life and not smart things, but I think all of those has been like creating the person who I am today, basically. What more things you do, you are like learning all the time, and being just like brave and hungry for learning and not be afraid to fail, that's important. Just like fail. That's the thing what I've been like teaching my kid as well. That's just like when you are failing, you are one away from like being successful. It's really important part.
How do you deal with failures? You probably had some stories with setbacks or failures.
Yeah, so I torture myself with those like ideas. I'm like getting everything out of it. I hate failing, but still it's like you get so much energy and like you can get everything out of that for the next time to make things better. So you just need to feed the bad vibe, and that's kind of crazy what I'm doing. But I think it's always like I have that shock then that like, hey, I don't want to do it again in that way, and what I could do done like right. Example, yesterday I went and met like Richard Branson, and I was waiting him that he's having the speech and stuff in the backstage side, but he went straight for the audience, and then I did find out my way in those like alleys on the like third floor, and like he was there.
So you found him and you managed to talk to him?
I did talk to him, he didn't talk to me. I was too kind, but also when I take things together, it's like maybe time wasn't right and he was too busy, and no matter what you say, it wouldn't work.
But
right. It's just like, but it's just like being hungry and like don't fear to fail. And it just like makes me more hungry and doing the things, because most of the time I will be successful. And
what are the qualities you think are important for an entrepreneur?
Being like fearless, maybe in a way, but also like have reasonable people around you, and be able to listen to other people and have the vision, have the balance. I think all the way life is about having a balance, and it comes for everything. So you need to be vicious, but you need to have the soft, like human touch as well about things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned supporters or people around, do you have mentors, supporters around you who help you maybe to get new energy, to get the feedback, to talk? Is it important for you?
Yeah. We have like great advisors, and all the investors are like great people. So I can just like call people and like share thoughts and being close, because like the investors they are there for you, and it's just like you have the same mission with them. So
how do you choose the investor? What is important for you when you choose the investor?
So they trust and get the vision what you are building, and that they are like good persons in a way. And there's like some red flag people who you can see when you meet those, but it's just like most of the people, the investors are like, I think, awesome people, and I have like so much respect for those who are like putting themselves in to achieve these things with the founders. That's the coolest part with it.
So entrepreneurship is definitely for you. You're
on
the right
I love
place.
it, and it's like always when you're in these events, you meet like super cool people, and like even if you don't have like same focus or stuff, you can always like have a great moment, and you have always chance to learn something new, no matter who's the people is.
And my last question for today actually is, if you could go back when you were about to start Vandals, would you do anything differently?
No regrets. Yeah, it's like you can always think like making things differently, but I think it has been like my journey, and like everything what has happened has been like important part of it. So yeah.
But if you would then give advice to another founders who are in the beginning, like just about to start, anything you would tell them?
Don't be afraid to talk with other people and like share ideas and thoughts, and that's probably the key thing. And just go there and like talk to people. And
great advice.
Hey.
Like it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This
was great.